if the presentation, if you can bring up the presentation. It's a lot of words over there, so don't worry too much about it. What we will do is, we will go about and try to understand how the new India that we talk about, the new India, how is it very much linked to what we've been talking for all along for the last 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years. Okay, so you will be very surprised. So I'll try to do it in a very new way. The new way would be, I'll pick up like 5, 6, 7 mantras as we call. These are not the mantras that you hear in the temple. These are the mantras that have come in our civilization. Do good for everybody, be good, treat everybody like your family, all those things. So I try to connect that to what's happening in real life today, real world today. Okay? So we'll get started. Go to the next one, please. So this is our beautiful, okay? If you can see, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, and Himalayas and everything, but there is one thing that you should clearly observe. You can start from Kolkata or even the Bangladesh area, which is part of our civilization all along, and you can travel all the way to Gujarat or even Karachi, Pakistan, without encountering a single big mountain. It's a very different topography over there. At the same time, in the western coast, you can't even travel, like our professor sir was saying, right? You can't even travel 100 kilometers without encountering a huge mountain. So the lesson over here is, what works for the West does not work for us. We have to come up with solutions for our problems. Okay, so just keep that topography in mind, because later when I show some slides, you will get an understanding of why we are doing some things. Okay, so next one please. Next one please. These are all already done. Positive news is something that we have to do. So first mantra, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We all hear about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, right? The whole world is my family. What is, go to the next one please. So what exactly is this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? It's about connecting. This particular slide that I'm showing is the undersea map of connectivity. So all your 4G phones and like sir was saying, you can't even leave your phone for 2 hours. We're all in that stage. The connectivity is what makes our civilization go in 21st century. If you don't have the right connectivity, it's not going to work. So anyone who's more interested, just Google for CMeWe cable. SEMEAWE. CMeWe cable. And then you will get an understanding of what exactly happens when you type something on Google. How does it go all the way to California servers and how it comes back in 300 milliseconds. That's just 1/3 of a second. How does the packet transfer? Okay. So the reason I'm showing that is because we have to get connected. Next slide please. The same way in India, a massive revolution is going on right now. You are all, most of you are the luckiest generation that I have come across. Because as sir was saying, we have to go to the libraries and do it, and I'm very sure the kind of technology that you have in your hand today, you can do wonderful things. And these 3 things are connected. Go to the next one. These are all the connectivity that is happening. Next one please. But we also have a problem. We have more than 30 crore people having good internet connectivity on their 4G phones today in the urban areas, but in the rural areas it's less than 20 crores. And that is a problem. Because if we have to bring India up, majority of our people are in rural area. What are we doing? How are we connecting? So the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam that we've been saying for 1,000 years has to happen now on the ground. And that is the first strategy. Okay? So go to the next one. So connectivity of mobile is important, and this is the next one. 31 crore people in the last few years got into banking system. This is the largest financial inclusion in the human history. We've just gone through that in the last 3-4 years. The Jan Dhan accounts that we're talking about, again, keep politics away, keep all the parties and everything away, but look at what is happening in India. This is purely about what's happening in India. That is almost the same population of us as the entire United States. We have brought so many people straight into banking system. And that is a huge inclusion. Again, when we talk about all this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, keep in mind, connecting people is the first important thing. Next one please. So the second mantra we talk about is, once we connect, then we invite people. Atiti Devo Bhava. We always talk breathings. And there are tigers, there are other wild animals going around. It's oxygen zone. So when we say Atiti Devo Bhava, why would people come to your country? Why would people coming to see our glorious Vijayanagar kingdom, our Hampi? Why were people coming 500 years back? Because it was rich and it was clean and it was good. So if we can build something like this, then the world is ours. But unfortunately, even the most well-informed people in the Silicon City are not aware of this. The reason is because we get only fed with negative news. Oh, there was a molestation there was some riot here. We always get negative news, but we don't get positive news. So when you walk out of this seminar today, please make it to your mind. Every day at least consume 5 positive things. And great things are happening in India. Negative things are also happening, but positives are overwhelming. Go to the next one, please. If you have seen in December, 10 lakh foreign tourists came last year to India. This is the highest ever. Look at the growth. 23%, 19%, 22%. This is foreign tourists. And if foreign tourists come, Swachh Bharat is not just a slogan because we all have to do it. We just have to do it because if we are clean, China attracts more than 5 crore foreign tourists in India. And we are struggling to just get to 1.5 crores. And with thousands and thousands of monuments, why can't we do it? So Atiti Devo Bhava is a slogan that was there thousands of years back, and we're going to connect that and we're going to make the new India. Next. You all see the Ganga Aarti, right? And all the things that is happening, but Ganga was in news all the time for bad things. And if you have seen in the last 2 years, every single village, 4,465 of them, along the banks of Ganga have become open pollution free. Bayalu Shaucham. This is a huge achievement. I know we still have a long way to go, but what I'm saying is, the first step is connecting. Second step is inviting people. And people will come only if we are clean. Nobody wants to come to dirtier places. Okay, next thing is we talk about who gave the slogan? Shastri gave the first two. Who gave the third one? Vajpayee ji. Thank you. They say Vijnana or Vijnana, it's the same thing. So go to the next one. So this slogan is not just a slogan, because as I'm telling again, we are a re-emerging country. We are not a poor country, we are not a backward country. We went down. For the last 2,000 years, if you look at it, we were among the top 3 economies for 1,700 years. All the invasions happened to this country because people wanted wealth. We had the wealth. But the Jawan or the soldier, we failed in some areas. They were very strong, but in some areas we failed, and now we should not. Because if we are making all the wealth and making all the new India, we should protect them. So this one is a US and Japan and India naval exercise that just happened in the Malabar thing last year. And as we speak, there are 3 major Indian ships in Vietnam, and giving a clear message to China that if you mess with us in Doklam, we can mess with you in South China Sea. So this strategy of a new India where we can stand up is huge. Okay? So that's about the Jawan. A lot of things are happening in Jawan. So you go and look at the defense wages. And what about Kisan? What about our Raita? India is the only country in the world where the hardest working people commit suicide. It's a tragedy. In foreign countries, drug addicts and all the useless people who don't work commit suicide. But in India, hardest working people commit suicide. So the new India has to stop it. All those things, as our chemical experts would agree, all those are important for good crops. And in the last 3-4 years, 3.85 crore soil health cards have been done, which have taken into account every single thing in your farm. So that we are doing for the Kisan. And then what about India? 200 foreign satellites were launched last year. 200. When I was in school, every 2 years they used to try one, and half of the time it used to fail. And it used to be news. Oh, Sriharikota, a satellite went, we are not sure whether it will fall or not. 104 of them was a world record in one satellite. And we are in that city. People who are planning are just 10 kilometers away from here at the airport road. Okay? In other roads, there are multiple areas. So what we are saying is the Jawan, the Kisan and the Vigyan that we talk about, it's happening. But unfortunately, our media, if you open up any of the Kannada channels, there are 12 news channels, none of them talk about this much except the day of launch. And that too, if the launch fails, it will be more TRP. That is the problem. So we have to get away from that. We have to get away from that. And you youngsters should insist on consuming positive news. If you insist, people will give you news. So the fourth one, first one was all connections. Second one was welcoming. Third one was about Kisan, Jawan and Vigyan. What about the fourth one? Shubh Labh. I'll give you a simple example. We have to make money. Making money is a good thing in our country. Don't think that making money is bad. Making money in a wrong way is bad, but making money is a very good thing. That's why all our pujas, we have a swastika drawn with Shubh Labh, right? Every shop will have that. That is because we think that profit is good. Just 11 years back, when you were all mostly in school, they put only 5 lakh rupees and started this Flipkart. And last month, they had a deal with Walmart and they're selling about 70%. And the value of the company is I put all the zeros just to test you. It's 1,39,200 lakh crores. That means their investment went 27 lakh times in 11 years. If I give you 100 rupees and if you can double my money in 5 years, I'll be very happy. That's what banks do, right? Double your money, post office doubles your money in about 8 years, 7 years, 5 years. They increase their money by 27 lakh times. If they can do to youngsters in our city, why can't we do it? Right? Making money is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But do it in the right way. That's just an example. 10,000 movie theaters are in India. Okay? But we have more than 30 crore people connected to 4G. So the way we consume our information, entertainment and everything is changing drastically. Gone are the days where people had to go and stand in line for 2 hours to get a ticket. Now you can consume Netflix, you can consume all these things on your TV. The reason I'm showing all these is because you have opportunity to make money from everything. If you can't read it from the back, I'll read it. Healthcare, finance, manufacturing, retail, government, transportation, and so on. Sky is the limit. So when we connect people, when we secure our borders, what do we need to do? We have to increase our wealth. And increasing wealth is a good thing, and just focus on it. Go to the next one. That was the fourth mantra. A third, Antyodaya and Satyameva Jayate, we all care about it. Once we make money, we have to start bringing other people up. That is the most important. So Antyodaya usually means that we have to make sure that the last person in our country is also having the same facilities that I'm having. Mudra, Atal, pension, Digital India, Startup India. I'm not again saying anything to do with one political party or other political party, state government, central government. Don't worry about it. This is happening in India. Ayushman Bharat that was started last year, a few months back, is the world's largest social security system. World's largest. 50 crore people are covered. That's more than every country that is providing social security in Europe. But we don't hear about it. Each one of you can go and use one of these and then build your own business tomorrow. You want to be an entrepreneur, you can do it. You can give jobs to other people. Because Mudra loans are so simple. So go to the next one. We just bought 3.98 crore people free LPG. You all seen the petrol books, right? Give it up, and we all give up in the cities. So this is helping. Otherwise, those women who were blowing and the chula and then lighting up, they were getting lung cancers. So Antyodaya doesn't mean Sabka Saath. All these are slogans, they're good, but unless it is showing up in action, it's a problem. Next one, please. Bharat. How many of you have Googled Bharatmala? Just click me on. Click here. Bharatmala. The experts have done. It is the greatest infrastructure building that is happening in India ever. 1 to 2 lakh crores worth of money. 1 lakh or 2 lakh crores worth of money every year is being put in building highways, connecting India left and right. Go to the next one. Sagarmala. Sagarmala is connecting in a very unique way India. Bharatmala and Sagarmala is something that I want you to spend 15 minutes today. Again, I'm showing all these in very quick time because the next few sessions that everybody will take will have certain aspects of this in a very detailed way. Like artificial intelligence, when they talk about, they will tell you why these things are important. Without a solid base, you can't build a building. So this is the base that's happening. So when we talk about this Antyodaya and everything, and Satyameva Jayate, Satyameva Jayate means it's not just a slogan, it's been there for thousands of years. We just saved 83,000 crores last year with DBT. DBT everybody knows, right? Direct benefit transfer. JAM everybody knows, right? Jandan Aadhaar and mobile. And we all give, the PAHAL and NSAP scholarships. All this money that is going is directly now linked to Aadhaar. And corruption is going down drastically. Is India totally corruption around 2 lakh crores. So we can run a big state like Karnataka for about 6 months or 5 months with the amount of money that was saved just in DBT. That means India is making tremendous progress. But the problem is that we don't hear about it. Next one. So Satyameva Jayate is not just talking about Jan Aushadhi. Has anybody been to a Jan Aushadhi medical in the month? Oh good, some people have been. The prices have come down 6, 8, 10 times. Next one please. So these are all. I'll give you an example of Northeast India. There were 2 major bridges built. Bogbil Bridge and Dhola Sadia Bridge. The importance of these bridges is that Bogbil Bridge, before building that, people on the southern side of Brahmaputra had to travel 600 kilometers and go to the north. And the bridge is only about 4 or 5 kilometers. Imagine, if you don't have a bridge, you have to travel 600 kilometers. 600 kilometers from here to Hyderabad, that is the amount of distance. That is the amount of distance they used to travel just to cross the river. And we are providing those things. So again, Antyodaya and all these are not just slogans, it's happening. Unless you help the most needy people in this country, me going to a mall and taking a selfie and putting is not going to be of any use. So we have to make everybody, get to that. And just a few days back, India was 100% electrified in terms of village source. That doesn't mean every village is electrified, but this is a great achievement. That means in India, every single village today has a source of electricity, which is huge. Go to the next one, please. And we are building a lot of tunnels in Jammu and Kashmir. Go to the next one, please. These are very important, strategic. So the last 2 I will just talk about and I'll close it. Navas Parsham Deeptam is one of the oldest saying in our country. This is also the motto of Indian Air Force. If anybody is interested in military, just go and see. That's the motto of Indian Air Force. We will go conquer the skies. And we always talk about Vishwaguru and all. And I've said India is not an emerging economy. It's a wrong thing. We are re-emerging. We are just conquering the place that we lost because of reasons. Okay? And all these things that I talked about, connecting people, welcoming people, keeping ourselves clean, and keeping our corruption-free governments, okay, making money in a good way, and sharing in a nice way, bringing everybody up, all these have been around forever. It's just that we lost the way, and now we have to get back to the way. So these last ones will show you some very interesting things. Go to close in 2 minutes. Go to the next one. In the last 12 months, India has become the 4th largest auto market. It's a huge thing. If you see the auto market of the United States, it's minus 1.6% growth, but India is 9.5% positive. You might be wondering that I can't cross Silk Road in 1 hour. If all these cars come, where do I go? You'll be thinking about it, but we'll find the ways. That is where your new minds will come. We will find other ways. Sir was talking about solar power, right? And the electric charge. And we can do all the charge. The same way we can find solutions, but aspiration of our people is skyrocketing. If we are the 4th largest auto market, 25 years back we were one of the poorest places. And this is a huge achievement. Next one. India is the 2nd largest steel maker. It just became last 2 months back. How many of you heard this in a main news item? Not much. Your news will only be showing off this particular pothole, that particular thing, this negative thing, that political party, he said something to her, she said something to him. This is huge. Next one, please. India became the 3rd largest electricity producer just 2 years back. So remember, 4th largest auto market, 2nd largest steel maker, 3rd largest electricity producer. Of course, you still have load shedding in your home and you lose power, but that is because of other reasons. Next one. India is now the 6th wealthiest country in the world, and it will be the 4th wealthiest country in just 9 years. When all of you will be, getting ready to get married and children and settling down in life, India will already be the 4th wealthiest country in the world. Of course, we have huge population and per capita is still low, but as I told you, only when we make money in a good way, then we can start sharing and everybody will be lifted up. Because slogans are not important, actual facts are important. Go to the next one, please. So, India just got, there are 4 major international export control. India became a part of 3 in the last 2 years. We just have to get into NSG, and that also will happen because China is the only one opposing and we'll get there. The reasons I'm showing all this is, we just are 6th wealthiest country, we became now the 4th largest auto market, the 2nd largest steel producer, the 3rd largest electricity market, and it goes on. In So, Polar Power sir was talking about India, like in Karnataka here, in Pavgada, just about 150 kilometers away. We have the largest solar park now built. We have built. And India is now not talking about megawatts anymore, we are talking about gigawatts. 1000 mega is 1 giga, right? We are talking about gigawatts. And India has a goal of 150 to 200 gigawatts in the next few years. So, the reason I'm saying all this is because we have a tremendous thing happening, shift happening in our country. For the next one. So, I'm ending right now. I'll recap again. We want to connect people. We always have connections. Okay? We have to welcome people. We cannot be narrow-minded and say, I'll only allow my language, I'll only allow my caste, I'll only allow my religion. Get away from that. We have to welcome everybody. Whoever is on the legal side, whoever is not damaging their country, welcome them. Get ideas from everybody. Then we have to make money. Then we have to share money and help other people who are not as strong as us. And then aim for the sky in a nice way. So all these slogans that we just talked about, they're all there for thousands of years. They're all our mantras, but they've been hidden in some books and just in some, some temples. But we have to get them out of the real world and conquer our place back in the world. And very, very soon, in your lifetime, you will see India in the top 2 or top 3 economies in the world. It will happen. It's just happening. So my request again, focus on every day, 5 positive news. Every day before you go. Send in your WhatsApp, share in your Facebook, share in your Twitter, wherever you want, share 5 positive things. Because positive news is all around, but we're not focusing on it. With that, thank you very much and good luck.